acquired the land and wanted to build, and it's beside a market. The drainage of the government was compromised, it had fallen, and it was flooding our land. So we had to build the drainage. We got workers, and they began to work to break the previous one so that we can put up the current one. And as we're trying to do all of that, the workers came to me one month and said, "Oga, we know if you work again." No. I said, "Have you not been paid?" They said, "No, not be money." They found a snake there. And in the culture of the people, when they want to establish a market, they establish it with a snake so that sales can prosper. It was that snake that was living in the drainage. So it will determine when it needs sacrifice. You don't need to sacrifice to it. He knows who to collect and sacrifice. He has his own toll gate. He administers it himself. So the workers now say, "This one now pastor work, no be our own." Then you will know whether you have gained stature enough. May the Lord give you insight. Your transaction stops at the end of your stature. I pray that God will. You see, in Nigeria, we need men of weight. If we are going to break the rod of the Assyrian, we will need men of weight that can negotiate, that can get God to sit at the table of negotiation. It will take weight. A certain minister in my city, he was a friend of the late Archbishop, and he wanted to invite him for a meeting. He said, "I will come on Friday and rest. I will preach on Saturday. I will rest on Sunday and leave on Monday." He said, "The people are hungry." He said, "Pastor, what I can do in 1 hour, 100 pastors cannot do it in 100 hours." And he was not boasting. His stature. See, it's a matter of stature. You can gather the whole of Orile for a prayer meeting, and what is achieved when we accumulate the corporate ranking of that congregation is not anything near a certain man taking coffee. When you pray, you are praying with your obedience. When you pray, you are praying with your consecration. When you pray, you are praying with your alignment. When you pray, you are praying with your sensitivity. What you have become in God will determine the outcome of that your interaction. Maybe there's a dead person here, and all of us are people of faith, but it's not all of us that can help that person, because the things you are bringing to the table to pray with, to interface with God with, is not so powerful that can move the hand of God. You pray with everything that you have become in your walk with God. That's why the effect of your prayer is different from the effect of my prayer. So when we look at the landscape of Nigeria, you will find a nation that has so many Christians, but we can't find God in government. We can't find God in the administration of our land. It is not because the sons of the bondwoman are so powerful. It is because most of us that are believers have decided to be domiciled in locations that are convenient for us. Because if you are going to go into serving a certain policy in God, you will learn how to walk by faith. You will know that in the economy of God and in the implementation of the purpose of God in the life of a man, the alignment of his heart is a big matter. If God will land in your life, the airport, the tarmac is your heart. And if that harmony with God is not there, there is little God can accomplish through your vessel. Abraham had passed that test. Heaven has taken notice of the fact that he is well structured in alignment with the government of God. And anything that comes into his space is compelled to bow down to the lordship of the master that he serves. That was his qualification. And Abraham was coming with all of that weight to negotiate for the destiny of Sodom. You think you are gaining anything by remaining immature? Oh, you became a victim of transactions taking place overhead. I want to sit at the table where the matters are discussed. Oh my, I don't know about you. If God wants to visit your family, will he come to you? That's the question. You are a mere victim of the real transactions that take place. And if in your context, the elders are more yielded to darkness than you are in light, the shape of the land will look like darkness. Nigeria needs men of stature in this hour of need. In this day of Jacob's trouble, we need those. The question this morning is, are you the one that is to come, or should we expect another?